Alright, there we go. Just making sure everything's all good. Yeah, so what's going on, everybody? We got a live mock draft for you here today. We're going to be using Walk the Mock. We'll probably just do 3 rounds. I'll see how things go. We might go into the 4th round. Let me just make sure that everything's all good. What's going on, Pat? Let me go ahead and pull up the let me move myself up here, mainly because you're gonna see in the bottom portion, you're gonna see the names going. Let me move this over here. Go ahead and can I minimize that? Yeah, cool. So for those that are watching, I'm actually curious, where do you think the Cowboys should go right now? Like, where do you believe that oh, that's right. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pull up my spreadsheet from my notes. Need to pull up my notes for the draft, primarily because of the fact that with also looking at the depth chart, it gives me a sense of what I think the Cowboys need to do. And I got to get my mock draft thing to kind of keep looking at trends. Alright, there we go. I got you, Joseph. Absolutely. It's my day off as well, so I'm just chilling. Probably order something to eat in, I don't know, in the next 30 minutes. We'll see how fast this gets done. I don't care. I'll take my time. Anyways. So, yeah, so, O-line or real pass rusher, I say. That's fair. So when I look at what the Cowboys need to address, kind of going from position by position, your quarterback situation's fine. Running back situation, you could draft a guy if the situation presents itself, but you're not you don't have to take one. Wide receiver, I believe, is the same situation, except I believe that, wide receiver is a bit more prevalent than running back. I think you're good at tight end, assuming you re-sign Dalton Schultz. Not because you can't upgrade, or rather, I think the Cowboys are not going to, right now they're not going to re-sign Dalton Schultz, but we'll see. Your offensive line, you need to fix your left guard position. So that's going to be a thing, and I think the Cowboys are targeting that. You could use a center, a left tackle upgrade, more specifically at backup left tackle. You're really kind of banking on if Josh Ball can be that guy at left tackle, which I'd rather just draft a guy and have him go at it. Tyler, you can most definitely upgrade. When it comes to his play, it's okay, but you can definitely use someone better. Right guard, you're fine. Right tackle, I believe you're okay. You might need to have a backup, or you just need to get another swing tackle, but you can get that in free agency. On the defensive side of the ball, I believe your edge rusher, defensive tackle, and linebacking core could use some work there. Yeah, I think if a good player falls, we good. Yeah, I agree. So defensive end, I would say, is the least of... Well, I have it as one of my must address, primarily because I feel like you need to at least get one other guy in there. Defensive tackle, you could, depending on the situation, you could use another guy there. Linebacker, aside from Micah and LVE, you have a bunch of question marks. I don't care what anybody says about Jabril Cox. We do not know what he looks like full time. He could be great, he could be bad, we don't know. But there's that. I think your cornerback room is fine. You can upgrade there if the situation presents itself, but I think you have enough guys there already. Safety, I think the Cowboys, you can upgrade there, but I think bringing back Malik Hooker and Jaron Kearse, I think you're good with your safety room. Kicker and punter are fine. So, let's see where we're at. So we got a couple people watching. I don't want to waste your guys' time, as I don't want to waste mine. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. So remember, in this draft, I'm playing GM. Trades are a thing. We could trade down if we feel like it. We could trade up if we feel like it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this. So again, we have a first-round pick, second-round pick, third-round pick, fourth-round pick, four fifth-round picks, and a sixth-round pick. We'll see how we feel after the third round if I want to continue it, but I'll be honest with you. Outside the fourth round, I could care less. So, so let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's just go through the next couple picks. So Jacksonville, Kayvon Thibodeau. I actually heard a rumor. I'll just say this because I don't want to like take time here. There was a thing where I think Trayvon Walker could go number 1 overall, but if it were me, if I were the Jacksonville Jaguars, I would just trade down. Like, this is one of those drafts where it's kind of weak. Like, there isn't like a guy where it's like you had to take this guy. I would personally trade down, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so then Aiden Hutchinson, number 1 and number 2. Kind of that's what we're thinking. Yeah, exactly, Pat. I don't blame you there. All right, so I would say the Texans and the Jets are going to really be what kicks off the draft. So, hold on, let me just make sure. Oh, yeah, you guys can't see the, yeah, I'm going to just leave that there. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me, see how this looks. Let me move this over here. My apologies. So then you can at least see what's going on. All right. So let's go to pick 3. Trayvon Walker goes to the Texans. Okay. The Jets. Jermaine Johnson. That's actually the highest I've seen Jermaine Johnson go, which is kind of crazy. But again, this is a draft simulation. We don't know what's going to happen. So the Giants, they go with Evan Neal. So nothing out of, I would say outside of the whole, that's crazy. 4 edge guys in a row. Like, do we honestly think like that's going to happen? Maybe. I don't know. Carolina goes with Akeem Ekwonu. Listen, that's a pretty damn good pick right there. Especially if you can get like, one of the top guys. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down here. The Giants with their next pick take Tyler Linderbaum. That is wow. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I would do that, but like, hey, you can't go wrong with building up your O-line, and I think that they really do need to do that. But I mean, okay. So the Giants go back-to-back offensive line. All right, so we have a run on offensive linemen. Now we get to the Falcons. The Falcons take Arnold Ebiketie from Penn State. I'm going to tell you this because a lot of people have been talking about him possibly going to Dallas. I like him, but I personally think, given the circumstances, he could be the best edge guy on the board at that time, but I would say it depends on who's there, because it could. I think it's not as big of a reach, but not the biggest fan of taking edge guys in the first round. That's just my opinion. He's good, but again, I'm not taking him at 24. That's just my personal viewpoint. So the Seahawks take Kenny Pickett, quarterback out of Pittsburgh. Okay. Now the Jets are back on the clock. They take Ahmad Gardner, cornerback out of Cincinnati. So the vibe I'm getting here is, as we are now 14 picks away, is that it really comes down to how Philly attacks this thing. Because Philly could, I do believe that if a quarterback is there, Philly will trade down. So, let's continue. So Washington goes with Derek. Oh my god. Not gonna lie, I think that he reminds me a lot of Mo Claiborne coming out of LSU. As much as I'm not trying to insult Derek, but yeah. All right. Minnesota's on the clock. They go with Charles Cross, the offensive tackle out of Mississippi State. Texans are back on the clock. Do they go quarterback here? Do they go a different position? Let's see. Oh. Wow. Desmond Ridder at 13. I don't know how to process that. Because every mock draft that I see him, he goes in the second to third round. But hey, listen, I don't give a shit. Keep pushing them prospects down. Keep pushing them prospects down. All right, Ravens on the clock. Let's see where they go. Andrew Booth Jr., cornerback out of Clemson. So this is going to be the make or break function. Let's see what the Eagles do here and go from there. The Eagles with their first pick select Kyle Hamilton, free safety. Listen, he's, as much as I'm not high on like taking safeties in the first round, if you're getting Kyle Hamilton that low, like holy shit, like that's a great value. But then again, like holy crap, because that's the lowest I've seen Kyle Hamilton go. All right, moving on to the second pick for the Eagles. They take Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State. I mean, not a bad pick, but you take another receiver. I don't know how I feel on that. That's another first-round receiver. Like, would that be like the third straight year they've taken a wide receiver in the first round? Could I be wrong there? Can someone like verify that for me? All right. So let's move on to the Chargers at pick 17. They select Zion Johnson, the offensive lineman out of Boston College. Now we move on to the Saints. They select Devontae Wyatt, defensive lineman out of Georgia. Eagles' final selection. They take David Ojabo. Oh my goodness. So here's the thing. Like, I didn't like David Ojabo before the draft even began. I felt like he was going to be one of those guys where you take at edge and he's just another bust. I could be wrong. But if the Eagles take him at 19, I'm going to laugh my ass off. What's going on, Carlos? I'll laugh my ass off if they take him at 19. I mean, I'm going to get mad if the Cowboys take him in general, especially if it's at pick 56 and he's there, which I think could happen. Yep, thank you, Joseph. Rager, Smith, and Wilson would be number 3 in a row. Yeah, I just think if you're the Eagles, like, you could have done that. You could have taken, like, someone else. That's just me. The Steelers select Chris Olave, wide receiver out of Ohio State. So we're a couple picks away, ladies and gentlemen. The Patriots, they go with Trevor Penning, the offensive tackle out of Northern Iowa. The Green Bay Packers, they roll with Nakobe Dean, the linebacker out of Georgia. And the Arizona Cardinals go with Jordan Davis, the nose tackle. I was really hoping he would make it to us, but hey, that's what happens. All right, so let's see who's on the board, and then we'll decide with what we want to do, ladies and gentlemen. So let's look at linemen. We know Kenyon Green is there. Okay, and I think he will go in the next pick, so we got to keep that in mind. So Kenyon Green's on the board. You have several other guys there. How would you feel if we take Jameson Williams? I mean, I wouldn't be upset with that. I think that he would be one hell of a pick, considering the value. But I personally believe that it just, this is something we got to conversate about, ladies and gentlemen. Got some guys on the defensive line. Linebacker, you pretty much have your guys there. I mean, like, let me see if I could show you. Oh, not that. Because for me, I think that it would be Kenyon Green here, but let me move this over here. So let me just make sure it's not too far to the side. So let's I mean, you're not the only one. I would like him, but I just think, again, it depends on the situation. So let's take a look. Wide receiver, offensive line, defensive line, edge, linebacker. Okay, so Treylon Burks is there. So I'm going to ask you guys this, and just be honest with me, because I'm kind of, this is where, would you be opposed to trading down? Would you be opposed to, whoops, sorry. Like, would you be opposed to trading down and just getting the next best available player? Or do you think, no, let's not F around, let's get Kenyon Green? Also, the Cowboys like Green too. I agree. So I personally think if this is the scenario, the Dallas Cowboys are taking Kenyon Green. So some people are saying take Green. Okay, so let's take a look at the offers, okay? So, view trade partners. Let's see. I mean, realistically speaking, if someone's coming up to 24, it could be for the quarterback. Because, if you're the Lions could be looking at a quarterback, the Texans could be looking at a quarterback, but why would I want to drop all the way down there? So here's what you guys got, okay? So we're going to go through the prospects here. So we got Treylon Burks, Drake London, Jameson Williams, Kenyon Green, Tyler Smith, George Karl. I'm not really big on him. That's just me. Bernhard Raimann, Devin Lloyd, Sky Moore, Logan Hall, George Pickens, and a lot of these guys you could just get in the second round. So primarily, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at either a receiver, Kenyon Green, or trading down. So I would say in this situation, how would you feel if we were to trade down to pick 32? Would you guys feel okay with that, or would you just say, screw it, let's just take the highest pick? Because for me, I want to get a player that I know that I can roll with, and I'm not taking... Because, I feel as if at this point I'm probably rolling with Kenyon Green. That's just me. I mean, what do you guys think? Give me 1 second, sorry. Make sure to, sorry, give me 1 second, guys. While you guys think that out, let me just check. Yeah, guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. I don't know. I have a feeling we should just go with Kenyon Green here because, according to my depth chart, you're gonna have to take a left guard. Now yep. All right, let's go with Kenyon Green, guys. There we go. The Dallas Cowboys select Kenyon Green, guard out of Texas A&M. All right, so we addressed the left guard situation with Kenyon Green. Now, yeah, I agree, Joseph. So I'm glad we're kind of on the same page. That's where I was thinking. I wanted to hear what everyone else was thinking. So here's the thing. When people mention position flexibility let me move this to the side. When people bring up position flexibility regarding Zion Johnson, Kenyon Green played every single position at offensive line. He played left tackle, left guard primarily. He played right guard, right tackle, and he's also played center once for one snap. So Kenyon Green, I think they'll like because of what they can do. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's keep this thing rolling. So, again, we can trade up and trade down if you want to, but let's keep it going. So Treylon Burks goes to the Bills. Jamari Sailor goes to the Titans. Yeah, exactly, Joseph. The Buccaneers take Malik Will. Okay. That's weird. I guess they're preparing for the post-Brady era, but that's just weird as hell. Okay. The Packers take Jameson Williams. Oh, that is such a good pick if the Packers... I'm going to laugh if the Packers don't take a receiver. That'd be great. But if you're the Packers and you get Jameson Williams at 28, that's a fantastic value. So George Karlaftis and Kyer Elam go. Kobe Bryant goes to Cincinnati, so the hometown kid goes to the hometown. The Lions take Drake London. Now we are in the second round. So to give you a sense of how I'm feeling, I'm looking at linebacker, wide receiver, or defensive line, or that's kind of where I'm looking at, because the way I look at it is that you need to either shore up, or you can just double dip at lineman, but that would have to be a really good center. I like what this does for the rest of the draft. I agree. Completely agree there. All right, so let's move on. Tyler Smith goes to the Jaguars. Is this computer simulated or with other people? This is computer simulated. If this is with other people, I would laugh my ass off. But yeah, I don't have the time to do a full, draft like that. So this is just computer simulated. All right. Sam Howell goes to Detroit. Bernhard Raimann goes to the Jets. Let me scroll down. I'm sorry. Let me move this back over here so you guys could see. We're just keeping an eye out. We're trying to move slowly so we could kind of game plan. Trent McDuffie, who I like, goes to the Giants at the 4th spot in the 2nd round. Lewis, okay, so he goes to the Texans. All right. Devin Lloyd goes to the Jets. Okay. Sky Moore goes to the Bears. Back-to-back Seahawks picks, so they go with Daniel Falele, or that's how you say it, and Kyler Gordon out of Washington. Okay. So now the Colts with their first pick take Christian Watson, the wide receiver out of North Dakota State. Matt Corral goes to the Falcons. Calvin Austin III goes to the Browns. Drake Jackson goes to the Ravens. Daxton Hill goes to the Vikings. Bradley Zapp, again, that's a reach there, but Bradley Zapp goes to the Washington Commanders. Darian Kennard goes to the Bears. Abraham Lucas goes to the Saints. DeMarvin Leal goes to the Chiefs. Logan Hall goes to the Eagles. That is a really good pick for the value. I do agree there, Joseph. The Steelers take Carson Strong. I'm going to say this. I really like Carson Strong. And if the Steelers were to take him, and I think they took Chris Olave with their first pick, that's a nice haul right there. The Packers go George Pickens, the wide receiver out of Georgia. I was hoping he would reach it, but that's okay. The Patriots go with Tariq Woolen. Boye Mafe goes to the Cardinals. And you know what this means. Let's look at our options, ladies and gentlemen. So Jaquan Brisker is on the board, and you know I love my Penn State guys. So before we go freaking out there, we do have Chad Muma, who I really like. He reminds me a lot of Sean Lee. But you do got guys like Troy Anderson and stuff like that, and a couple other guys. Brandon Smith as well. So let's kind of look at it this way. So safety, let's take a look at edge and stuff like that. So Travis Jones, Fedarian Mathis. But I've seen a lot of Fedarian Mathis go in the later rounds. What are you guys thinking right here? I'm thinking it's either Chad Muma or Jaquan Brisker. That's just me. I would love Brisker, but at the same time, I got to look at this realistically, and I got to say to myself, I need to get a linebacker alongside Micah. Jaquan's kind of like the well, actually, no, because if you play Jaron Kearse like a linebacker hybrid, you can kind of make that work. But I mean, like, what's the room? Can you show the available players again? Yeah, sure. Here, I'll show you. Let me just scroll back this way. Let me hold up. I gotta minimize this. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. So let me go to all. So we have Breece Hall, Jaquan Brisker, Cole Strange, Jalen, was it Petrie? I don't know. Also, who's available at receiver? Yeah, sure. So Jahan Dotson's available at wide receiver. Chad Muma, Travis Jones, Martin Emerson, Troy Anderson, Trey McBride, and then you get a couple of other guys here. John Mechie as well. So wide receiver, let's see, Jahan Dotson, Alec Pierce, John Mechie. So I actually had a conversation with a couple guys last night. And here's the thing. You either take a linebacker or you're taking a receiver because one of those two positions is going to be gone. I would rather go with Chad Muma here. This is just my opinion. I'm not sure how everyone else feels on this. I would rather go with Chad Muma here or some other linebacker because, again, when you look at the depth chart, ladies and gentlemen, hear me out. Outside of Micah Parsons, you have LVE and then 3 question marks with Luke Gifford, Devontae Bond, and Jabril Cox. Yes, I think Jabril Cox is fantastic. I think he could be a good player, but we don't know how he's going to be. So, for me, I would rather go that route. However, going back to the receiving core, now let's go back there because that's another thing. Michael Gallup is probably going to be out for a month or two. And you only have James Washington on a 1-year deal. Is Christian Harris on the board? I didn't see him. Oh, he is. Holy shit. My bad. I didn't see him there. I must have wasn't paying attention. Defensive line, I mean, you could do that. I mean, I think it just comes down to the pecking order of what the Cowboys want to do. Because I could really go. We have many options here. I mean, what are you guys feeling? Do we want to go receiver here? Do we want to go linebacker here? I mean, I love this because the Cowboys have options. Which, I mean, I feel as if, to cover your ass, you should take a wide receiver. Well, people say we need a burner at receiver. I mean, I think Jahan Dotson is that type of mold that the Cowboys want. I mean, what are they saying about him? I'm curious what they say. Yeah, Jahan Dotson wouldn't be that burner. A run-stopping linebacker. I'm gonna be honest. I think that right here, because of knowing how the Cowboys are going about things, they probably should take a receiver here because there's a higher likelihood you'll have a linebacker there at the 3rd round than you would a wide receiver. So I'm kind of thinking through this. I'm thinking we go with Jahan Dotson here. Calvin Austin already went, Lil Adrian. He went to the Browns. Here, I'll show you. Or I'm not going to show you because you guys want to see the available players. Yeah, he went 12 picks ago. Christian Watson went 14 picks ago. Sky Moore went to the Bears. So there was a little run on receiver, and then George Pickens went early. So I'm thinking we should take a receiver here. That's just me. I think we take Jahan Dotson here and we take our chances later. Because we need to get, we don't know when Michael Gallup's going to be back. You only have James Washington and Noah Brown on a 1-year deal, so you want to cover your bases there. Yeah, the Browns took him. So let's go with Jahan Dotson. Maybe not the with all the other guys, everyone's like, but we'll take our chances, guys. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and pan back over here to see what we're doing over here, and let's keep going. All right, so Cole Strange goes next. Breece Hall to the Falcons. Amari Barno to the Packers. Travis Jones goes to the Bucks. That's a pretty good pick there. Jaquan Brisker goes to the 49ers. That hurts. Bo Melton to the Chiefs. Fedarian Mathis, who I'm very high on, goes to the Bengals. Chad Muma goes to the Broncos. Martin Emerson goes to the Jags. Yeah. Troy Anderson goes to the Lions. Christian Harris goes to the Jets, the Giants. Alec Pierce goes to the Texans. Isaiah Weston goes to the Jets. Okay. I'm kind of just skipping through these because I could give a shit less about some of these players. Okay, okay. There goes Trey McBride. Roger McCreary goes there. Nicholas Payet. Okay. That's another offensive lineman. There goes John Mechie. Kenneth Walker. Okay, Justin Ross. Braxton Jones. Jelani Woods, who the Cowboys are hiding. All right. So if you're looking at linebackers, you do have some guys. I like my guy Brandon Smith, but we already took a Penn State. Yeah, so there's that. Dylan Parham, Alec Lindstrom. I mean, if you're not trying to Channing Tindall, that's another option. I mean, you do have options. That I will say. We didn't get wiped out as bad as I think, and I think if you want to go back to the good old O-line, not O-line, I'm sorry, linebacker I would definitely look at Brandon Smith or Leo Chenal. I mean, what are you guys thinking right now? I'm thinking you go linebacker here. But I don't believe they would double dip at Penn State, even though I like Brandon Smith. Give me 1 second, guys. So, I mean, where are we thinking there? Let's see. Let me just take a look. So, we took a receiver. We took a lineman. I think here you have to address some form of the defense. Who's still at defensive tackle? John Ridgway, Chris Hinton, Jackson Play. Let me see. Yep. So these are your options here, but okay, but not the greatest. Is Sam Williams still available? Yes, he is. Okay, I didn't get a chance to look at edge. Now, that's a pretty nice pick there, but I'm kind of thinking like, you again can't go wrong here because you have a plenty of players available. You got plenty of guys available, and I think that the Cowboys are pretty high on him too. I mean, is Beavers still available? What position? I mean, let me go to all just to kind of go through it. I don't think so. So I think for me, it's probably a toss-up between a linebacker and an edge. He's a linebacker? Okay. There's Beavers. He's right there. Thank you. Again, like I've been only looking at certain guys, so just bear with me. I can't do all of them. I mean, I want to be opposed to Sam Williams. I mean, what do you guys say? What do you guys think about Sam Williams? Do you think we should go with the edge here? Do we think we should go with a linebacker? I mean, you can't really go wrong with either pick, in my eye. And I think is Sam Williams is the guy that looks like Micah. What's going on, man? You know what? Let's go with Sam Williams here. I'm cool with that. Cowboys take Sam Williams. So I'm going to just skip. I'm not even going to bother like going through the seriousness of the next couple picks. So let's just skip to the next pick. Damn, I didn't realize like how many. All right, let's take a look at all the players. Yeah, we got wiped the fuck out. I mean, not really. You do have options, like I always say. Like you have, well, you got Darren Beavers. I think you would go that or Quay Walker. I mean, what do you guys feel? Beavers or Walker? South Carolina edge. Cade Ottoman. And he's gone. He went. Walker. Beavers. All right, I got a tie there. Yeah, so Cade Otton went pick 17. Let's see, when's the next pick? So realistically, you have to pick. You got to pick between one of them. Yeah, I as I'm not gonna act like I know anything about Beavers, but I can tell you that if Quay Walker is there in the 4th round, there is no goddamn way I'm passing him up there. So let's go ahead with Quay Walker here. So let's go ahead and skip to the next pick. I'm not gonna waste too much time, guys. All right, we're on the clock now. We have a couple 5th round selections. I want to ask you guys this on a serious note. How do you guys feel about a running back here? Like, how do you feel about taking a running back in the 5th round? Let me see. So we touched up on linebacker edge. All right, cool. Let me see. How's the defensive tackle room looking? This is a guy that the Stargang podcast told me to hone in on, Neil Farrell. Oh, I agree, dude. I thought he would be gone, but then again, like, hey, you don't know. Let's take a look. Any interior lineman worth taking a shot at? Again, like, this is your kind of like your... Now, I take a QB. Well, let's see who's there. I mean... Not really big on any of these guys at quarterback. I honestly feel like you can just, wait. Let's take a look at the running backs. Let's see. Where's the guy? I mean, any running backs? So here, let me see. We got Damian Pierce out of Florida, James Cook out of Georgia, Pierre Strong Jr., Tyler Batty, Devontae Price. Tight end, we got James Mitchell, Davis Allen, Jake Ferguson, Jalen Weidemeyer is we could take him at the end of the 5th. Don't let that pro day fool you. Jalen Weidemeyer is pretty good. Again, guys, we have several 5th round selections. We will be fine. All right, I'm going with the crowd. Let's just take Cook because I really don't. Again, I could care less about 5th round and on. All right, let's take Cook. All right, we're on the clock again. Let's take a look. I mean, Jalen, you guys still got Jake Ferguson there. Let me take a look. What about Neil Farrell, the defensive lineman from LSU? How are we feeling on him? Because I would take him here. You know what? I'm just gonna take him. I'm gonna just get through these next couple picks. Skip to my pick. Ridgeway in round 5 or 6. All right, let's see. Is Ridgeway? I don't know if did he go? I'm not entirely sure if he went. Is there a tight end or a defensive tackle? I mean, I believe we just took one of them. Let me see. We took Neil Farrell, the defensive tackle. He's a 1-tech? I don't think so, but then again, I'm not putting any mare on the Dallas Cowboys taking a serious look at a 1-tech. I don't know. I don't know if all right, let's see. I would like to take the punting god here, but we all know the Cowboys already re-signed their punter. That's how they be, huh? I could probably wait on a tight end. Weidemeyer is gonna fall. Yeah, no, Weidemeyer is gonna fall. Like I could wait on him on another pick. What about Smoke Monday? I've heard clamoring. I think he's gone. Turner? I think Turner is gone. Cole Turner? Yeah, Cole Turner's been gone. It's my mock draft. Why not? Let's just take Smoke Monday. Skip to the next pick. All right. Is Luke? Luke. Let me see. He is. Yeah, we could take him here. That's fine. I'm just gonna take him. Cross safety, Maryland. All right, final pick. I'm just gonna take Weidemeyer here, and that's our draft. We went through our entire draft. I don't think so. All right, I'm gonna let the rest of the draft sim. We'll go over our draft, and I'm not gonna act like I know half these guys in the later rounds because like my brain's fried. All right, so view results. Let's take a look. So here's what we did. We took Kenyon Green for our first pick, Jahan Dotson for our second pick, Sam Williams for our third pick, Quay Walker for our fourth pick, James Cook in our first fifth-round pick, Neil Farrell for our second fifth-round pick, Smoke Monday for our next pick, Luke Fortner? I don't know. And Jalen Weidemeyer for our final pick. Why? Because he tested so badly, he's going to be there. So we shore up that O-line. We get another weapon for Dak. We shore up the defense a bit. I think this is a pretty solid draft. Solid B+. I would agree there. I think that, maybe, I think that Quay Walker being there late helped you out. Because I feel like if Quay Walker... Why haven't the Cowboys released Anthony Brown? Because they like him. I think they use 2 of the 5th to move up. I agree there. I would not be shocked at that. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So that is our mock draft. I'm going to go ahead. Let me see. Do I get an image of this? That's cool. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and post this on Twitter for the records. All right, so here it is. So Stephen Jones is part of the NFL committee today. The overtime rule changed for playoff games only, adapting a 2-possession minimum. Jones said the rule not also instituted for regular season because winning coin toss is a less of a predictor for victory then. All right, let me post my mock draft. All right, I just tweeted that. All right, cool. I like that overtime rule. Anthony Brown needs to play in the nickel instead of cornerback too. I think the Cowboys' plan is they just want to see if Calvin Joseph can step up. That's just me. I All right, so ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and grade this draft for me, and then we'll go ahead and close this thing out. For me, I'm kind of thinking it's a B to B plus. I think it just comes down to really how Here's the thing, guys. If Jordan Davis was there at 24, I would legit have hey, maybe we gotta take Jordan Davis. But hey, listen, this is just how things go. Let me just take a look. Give me 1 second. All right, so if you guys could make sure to leave a like, that'd be fantastic. So while I'm doing that, let me unplug this, because I got some stuff to do today, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta clean up some stuff, but also continue looking at some prospects. So I think that this is a pretty damn good draft. I think if the Cowboys go down this, I think everyone gets happy. We get a receiver, we get a lineman. Yeah, I really like this. I think that this pretty much covers all of our bases. So yeah. I'll leave you guys with this because I have to get going. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.